Hello, my name is Willie Mitchell, and I'm here with Mr. Ken Hendricks and Mr. Pelton Stewart, who's the chairman of our organization. We are members of the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, and we are also on the board of the Omega Reservoir of Health Foundation. We are here today to present several young men in honor of our organization's Achievement Week and the Fillmore Graham Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math STEM demonstrations. These young men are part of a group that we mentor called the Omega Gents. I myself have a background in engineering, and Mr. Hendricks is in chemistry. We are delighted that we're able to connect and encourage young men to pursue STEM disciplines. I specifically want to thank Pacific Dry Ice of Benicia, California for sponsorship assistance with supplies of some of the projects that the young men will be presenting today. Thank you very much. Young man, please state your name, grade, age, and the school that you attend.
My name is Ryan Menifee. I'm 15 years old. I go to Visions in Education, and I'm on a fast track to graduate early, but although I'm in the 10th grade.
So Ryan, what's your favorite subjects in school?
My favorite subject in school is math. I've always just been a natural at it, and it's always been pretty easy for me to grasp new concepts.
Have you decided what you want to study after high school?
Yes, I want to study electrical engineering.
All right. Well, Ryan, what's the title and premise of your project here this afternoon?
The title and the premise of my project is water electrolysis. Basically, I wanted to explore hydrogen as a renewable energy source. As we have an abundance of water on the planet, we also have an abundance of hydrogen. I wanted to test if the separated hydrogen here would affect the pH of water that wasn't being separated here.
Were there some deficiencies you came up with as you were working through this project?
Yes. But, the original evolutions of my project also had oxygen flowing, but as the project went on and after my evolutions were done, the oxygen capture has broken. So now we are not capturing too much oxygen. The reason why I used condoms is because they're easily inflated and thus can capture more hydrogen.
So you're saying the membrane is thinner with it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Condoms are much thinner and much lighter than balloons.
Okay. So Ryan, I'm going to back off and let you explain your hypothesis to theory, the scientific method of your project.
Thank you. Thank you. So basically, my method for this project was every evolution, I would start with a new base. I would put 62.5 milliliters of lye into this tub full of water, and I would fill these with about 6 milliliters of water. After running the experiment for an hour and capturing sufficient hydrogen and oxygen, I would take the pH of all the base, the hydrogen water, and the oxygen water. While I initially thought that the pH would have lowered, it actually rose, but not by a significant margin.
Well, Ryan, what about some of the components you have attached to your project? The electricity? What does electricity simplify meaning with this? And also, why do you have these bubbles happening right here? Do you test the bubbles or do you test the initial water? Please explain and give us some details of those.
Okay. So the electricity is for electrolysis to actually occur. In order for electrolysis to occur, you need a base solution, that solution having a very high pH or more alkaline pH. This base solution has a pH of 14, which is the highest you can pretty much get on the scale. The voltometer is simply so that I can make sure that electricity is flowing from my battery to make sure it's not dead and to make sure that there is a sufficient amount of electricity getting into the solution. Here, the anode and cathode is what allows the electricity to complete a circuit. This breaks down the molecules, thus giving us 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom that go to the anode and cathode respectively.
Well, Ryan, have you worked with this before? Have you entered any other contests? Could you tell us what you've done with this before, rather than just right now? Have you become more familiar with this?
Yes. I originally started this project a few years ago, and I won the Solano County Science Fair with Best in Junior Division, Best in Overall Fair, and Best in Engineering.
So what are your plans for this year's Science and Engineering Fair at Solano County?
My plans for this year is to do a completely new project. I want to work with thorium to see its potential as an energy source on smaller scale, not in big generators, but in small engines and maybe batteries.
All right. Thank you very much for your presentation, and thank you for your patience, Ryan. Appreciate what you do.
Thank you.